What's up guys, it's Punchy, and we're finally back with another Deepwoken weekly update. I'm sure there's something here for everyone, but make sure to hop in game and test everything to get that full experience for yourself. Last week, we received a super powerful pistol with the Rosen's Rusko and insanely helpful customization with the new stat-saving echoes. This was huge and a major buff to basically every single build. But anyway, back to this week. I'll do my best to go through all the highlights in this update and check it out. So, as always, if you enjoy exclusive update content just like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Anyway, let's get right into it. Starting off with something a bit strange, we have a new Relic tier weapon that's pretty powerful. A new fist weapon dropped today with the Vortex Echo. This option is a handheld pocket watch that does very low base damage on M1s and scales off light weapon and charisma. With some special particles and a sleek silver design, it looks pretty sweet and gets kinda crazy if you're creative with your build. The basic M1 attacks for this weapon aren't too out of the ordinary, matching with your given fist style, but with a critical, it can get a bit crazy. Using the Vortex Echo critical will instantly cancel all of your cooldowns while withering the user's HP bar, so instantly we can reset everything to do it again at the cost of some HP. For instance, if you use a mantra, you can do that mantra right again after the Echo critical. If you use your bell, feel free to do it once again after the crit. Anything in your toolbar or at the side of your screen that has a cooldown indicator will reset instantly with the use of Vortex Echo. Regardless, Wither is extremely difficult to remove when throwing hands, so it definitely has some drawbacks. It's really interesting and cool to see. You can actually craft this weapon with 3 new items that drop from layer 2. The first part, the Curzian schematic, drops from Curse Guards, the Weathered Timepiece comes from Chaser, and the Temporal Crux is from Etheron. It's also pretty cool. Also added in this update, the Stone Knights with their new model have received some new animations that are pretty fleshed out and solid. These animations are more defined for the kicks and sword attacks, and I think they're pretty interesting to look at and easier to understand. Moving forward to an overall game-changing update to weapons, we have a small adjustment to all weapon NLag. Previously, before this update, weapons that swung faster always had a small bit of NLag to justify that swing speed and caused a lot of strange issues. So what they've done in this update was change the curve impacted NLag on weapons between 1.0 and 1.20 swing speed. Essentially, in summary, the change being here is a very slight delay in between attacks for some of the faster swinging weapons since their NLag has become part of the base behavior. So there shouldn't always be something on your weapon that says there is NLag because it's just a part of the faster weapons now. This should be pretty decent for balancing, and it just makes everything easier because why give every single fast weapon NLag if they all have it anyway? With that being said, just Karita NLag has been removed and so has Dagger NLag since it's just a part of how they work at a base level. There should be little to no noticeable changes. Up next, with a weird buff to a fist weapon that nobody was even using, let's talk about the Light's Final Toll. Just to boost it up a bit, we got some changes that just make it better. First of all, the initial LFT critical windup has been made 0.1 seconds faster so it comes out quicker to build up those stacks and clip players easily. Additionally, the LFT willpower scaling has jumped up from 10 to 11, letting players get more of a bonus for speccing that attribute. So overall, this definitely seems like a smaller buff, but it's appreciated. Further pushing the anti-bird build initiative, we've received something that shuts down air stalling just a little bit. Before this update, with the Skeleton Key Bell, you could place these in the air to maintain your position, and there was absolutely nothing that players could do. Standing up in the sky was something that just happened and it had to be respected, but luckily this has been removed and hopefully it should make fights a little bit more grounded. Moving forward onto a weird bug fix related to Saintsworn, there's been a major nerf coming to the Gale Breath Blade of Saints. Last week it was nerfed for its insanely fast windup, and this week it's been fixed because it was straight up unparryable, which is kinda just insane. This should never have been a thing, and I'm glad it's been resolved. Up next, with yet another interesting change to some mantras, we got an adjustment to how Jolt Grab and Flame Grab work. So for some reason, these mantras were dealing its damage instantly on hit instead of the animation impact, which was not fully intended. This doesn't really have too much in-game difference because the player was already hit and is going to receive that damage, but now with the delay, they should have time to vent and escape. As a pretty big bonus for players who like to monster hunt, we've actually received something great for the Heart of Enmity hunters. This boss was recently added with world events and can contains some of the best loot in the game, but today it's gotten even better. In today's patch, the loot count for the Heart of Enmity has straight up been doubled, which should allow players to get that loot much easier. And that's about it for today's editions. As always, feel free to head in game and join up for Battle Royale to get some wins with your teams. Thank you so much to all my loyal fans and members who support my channel directly, and I also added a new role that's a little bit cheaper if you do want to help out. So if you like what I do, feel free to join up down below for even more content. As always, thank you again, and make sure to like and subscribe. I'm shooting for 110k subs, and let's hit that goal. Have a good one. It's punching time.